going to be doing melted animal crayon art. And here are the supplies that you need. You need some Elmer's school glue. You need crayons. You can print out your favorite animal on the internet, or you can draw your favorite animal. If you're really good at drawing, you can also draw your favorite animal directly. You need a canvas, any size will do. This one is 8 by 10, and you also need something to melt your crayons with. We are going to be using just a regular old household blow dryer today. You can also don't have to use brand new crayons, which is what I like about. You can also use crayons that your kids have broke that don't look so great. See, I have some broken crayons here that don't look so great. So you can use old crayons. I have found that the name brand Crayola crayons do melt a lot faster. So that brand is actually the best brand to use versus the other brands of crayon. But you can experiment and see which crayons melt the fastest. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just glue the crayons onto the canvas with your Elmer's school glue. Now I've seen where people take off the crayon wrapper, but today I'm gonna just leave the crayon wrapper on. You are more than welcome to take off the crayon wrapper. So I'm just gonna get my glue ready here. Just gonna put a little bit of glue, just a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna put it up here, just so. Press it down, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it all the way across with all of my crayons, and you can go do whatever colors you like best to make different designs. You can rearrange your crayons. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go straight across with all my crayons. As you can see, I have all my crayons glued up the top of my canvas, ready for me. Now I'm gonna do my picture, and I'm gonna put my horse a little bit like he's up a little bit, and I'm just gonna glue him down with Elmer's glue as well. And again, you can draw your picture of your favorite animal. So I'm just gonna glue him down. So this takes a little bit of time to dry. I would let it dry for at least a few hours. If you have a whole day to let it dry, I would definitely let it dry a whole day, because if I was to pull up these crayons are gonna fall off, because Elmer's glue does take a couple hours to get good and dry. So let it dry, and we'll come back and we will use our blow dryer to melt them. Okay, so now the crayons have fully dried, so they are securely on there. They don't move. They're not going to go anywhere. My picture's dried on as well. So next we're going to use our blow dryer to melt the crayons. So at this point, you want to make sure that you have adult supervision to do this, because one, the crayons do get hot, and you do have to be patient because it takes a little while for that blow dryer to melt the crayons. I'm going to just melt mine down over this. You can get creative and place your crayons differently and melt them in different directions, but I'm just going to go down for a melted look and do do be patient because it does take a while for the blow dryer to melt the crayons. Be extra careful not to touch the crayons because it is hot. It is hot wax crayon, so you want to make sure you prop it up with something. I have a little prop, little easel, table easel to use here. But you can put books, a tote, anything you want on the back to prop it up. Also, you want to make sure that whatever surface that you're on, that you either lay newspaper or old magazines or old newspaper or something down that you don't mind getting wax on, because it may go over. I probably won't go over that far with it, but it could definitely go over. So we're just going to turn on our blow dryer. So as you can see, it's starting to melt right now. You also want to be careful not to hold from below. You're going to want to hold from up here and go underneath in the direction that you want. So you're going to aim the blow dryer in the direction that you want your hot crayons to melt. So be very, very careful here because you don't want to actually touch the crayons. But as you can see, it's starting to melt. So I'm just going to continue finishing up melting these ones over there. And as you can see, I've got some pretty speckled on my tabletop cover. So that's why you want to make sure that you have something underneath. So I'm just going to continue to melt. So here it is, the finished product, and I could keep going and keep melting it if I wanted it to go all the way down the page. However, I don't want it to go all the way down the page. I kind of like the look right now. And again, you can move your heat in directions that I want. If I wanted to go that way or if I wanted to go this way. But this is kind of the look that I wanted. You can still see my horse. You could also pull off your image, and you could use a sticker and pull off your image, so then it would just be white underneath, which also would be very pretty. So here you go. This is the animal melted crayon art video. Thank you so much for joining me, and you have a wonderful day.